Mario Edwards was suspended after violating the NFL's substance abuse policy. What does that mean, guys? Guess what? My nerdy ass read through a 46-page PDF to figure out what Mario Edwards possibly could have tested positive for.
You read all 46 pages?
I skimmed through it, but I found the key points. Basically, they test for all of these substances: cocaine, Delta-9/THC/carboxylic acid, which is marijuana, synthetic cannabinoids, amphetamine, and things like that, opiates, opioids, PCP, MDMA, and alcohol. That's what they test for. So Mario Edwards tested positive for one of those things.
So, but that's the stuff that they test for. That's not all. Like, they don't suspend you for alcohol, obviously.
They can, theoretically, if you are already in the program, if you will.
Josh Gordon had some of that.
So that's like a third strike kind of thing when you're on probation.
Correct.
Okay.
So right now, basically Mario Edwards just has to keep it cool for 60 days, and he's going to be subject to some more rando testing. I'm curious as to when he tested positive for this. I don't think that a suspension that comes after week 6 is something that is the result of a test during the offseason. I'm wondering if there was a hit this year that Mario Edwards had on somebody that led to the NFL doing a random drug test with an envelope left in Edwards' locker after the game.
I could definitely see that because they don't do the marijuana, drug test in the regular season anymore. The NFL Players Association got that out. It's only once a year. It's why, like, when Josh Gordon would get suspended every year, it's like, dude, like, you have one test you have to pass, and he would fail it. So he must have got popped for something midseason. That to me is the only logical explanation, is that they knew something was coming. The other one for me could be maybe there was some lengthy appeals process we were not aware of. I mean, like Danico Autry, when we think back to that one, remember he was suspended. He was already aware of the suspension before we found out, and had already basically gone through the appeals process at that point. So I guess there technically it could have been a while ago from Mario, but he's gone for the next 4 games. I guess it's good timing that Danico Autry's back.
Yeah, but here's the problem. He's 34 years old, and instead of getting to slowly ramp him up, you're going to have to play him a lot more now.
Counter. The other guys have been very bright spots for the Texans. Tim Settle, Foley Fatukasi.
But they're not Mario Edwards.
No, they're not. They're not. And Danico's going to have to fill that role. But at least, you're going
to have to play him more at defensive tackle than at defensive end and defensive tackle. And that's, I think, the best thing he brings to the table is this kind of hybrid role as a great pass rusher who had 10 sacks last year. But sure, those guys, they're there. But Edwards has been a difference maker at defensive tackle. And Foley Fatukasi has been a difference maker. Now you're removing one of those guys. And the next couple of weeks, you're going up against the following. First off, just Jordan Love at quarterback for the Packers, but also they have Josh Jacobs, who's one of the best tackle-breaking running backs in the NFL. We'll see if Jonathan Taylor's back the weekend after that, but he has constantly killed the Texans, maybe not earlier this year. Then after that, things don't get easier because you're going up against Breece Hall. We saw what the Jets did Monday Night Football. And then after that, it's the Lions, maybe the best offense in the NFL. It's David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs at running back. It's also Jared Goff. This is a bad time to miss Mario Edwards.
I guess I was looking at it from it's like I forgot about the run game when I was thinking about this. I was thinking just exclusively with the passing game. When you lay out the running backs like that, it is a little more concerning probably than I initially thought, because that's an extremely talented group of running backs you're going to play over the next 4 weeks. And hopefully, he's stayed in shape. I know, like they said, he's going to be just like ready to go. But we'll see. Like, coaches always say that, I feel like, about players when they come back from suspension and then they actually get on the field and they're huffing and puffing and not really ready to be out there. So we'll see how it goes. But it's also a bummer because with what Mario Edwards was doing, the idea of just seeing Danico Autry on the defensive line with him and Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter would have been awesome. Now we have to wait.
we're gonna have to wait to see that.
Yeah, 4 more
until
weeks
week 11, I guess.
when they play the Cowboys.
Well, it's a good time to unleash it all.
That's true. Might be a get right game.
Yeah, and I wonder if Jerry Jones fires anybody before that happens. Interesting audio that we'll get to.
You never know who's going to fire.
With Jerry at 12:45. He is Joe George. I'm Paul Gallant. It's Gallant and George, ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. If you want to recklessly speculate on what drug Mario Edwards did, you can in the chats. Texans defensive lineman Mario Edwards got suspended 4 games yesterday for violating the NFL's substance of abuse policy, a 46-page PDF that you can read online at the NFL Players Association website. We're all a little curious as to what he tested positive for. I haven't seen a Notes app statement apologizing. And honestly, as a libertarian, I don't believe he should have to apologize. I feel like if 2 adults consent in the transaction of some sort of drug, I do not believe it should be prosecuted. Does that make me a bad person? Perhaps. But listen, if it's your body, it's your choice. If you want to be crazy with it. But the NFL has a policy against it. Fine, I'll try to respect the rules and regulations of our game. But if you guys want to recklessly speculate, please do, so that I can recklessly speculate with you. I will say my theory, Friday, it's been 2 ACL shows the last 2 weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Friday trip after a light practice the weekend before this past one. You come on back, and maybe there's something hanging out a little bit after the fact, and you get randomly slapped with a drug test after smacking Josh Allen on Sunday, and the test doesn't get, I guess, revealed, the results of all of it, PED and substances of abuse, until yesterday. That is just a theory. I'm not suggesting it happened, and honestly, I'm of the mindset that we should hashtag free Mario Edwards.
I mean, I've definitely asked friends to grab things for me while they were in Minnesota.
Grab things for you.
So, maybe
in Minnesota.
Maybe he got some goodies in Minnesota and brought them home.
Well, when I heard you say grab things in Minnesota, I assumed you meant loot a Target.
Oh, no.
Because that's what they do up there.
That's true.
That's the Minnesota way.
That's true.
Good thing that there's no one of consequence that could theoretically be, I don't know, second in command in our nation who's from that state running for office.
Yes.
But hey,
so maybe he brought some goodies back.
Is weed legal up there?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, wait, maybe I'm thinking of Colorado.
Colorado, Minnesota. I often confuse those two.
I mean, it's the cold states,
Colorado is not a cold state.
Look, man, we got a lot of things going on right now. We're busy. I've been packing all night. I realized this morning I didn't pack at all.
Well, you gotta wait till the last second to pack, like I do.
Yeah, well, last second was this morning. So.
Oh, are you flying out right after the show?
Flight's at 7:30.
7:30. Oh, you got time.
Kind of. I mean, it's gonna take me an hour to get home.
Oh yeah, you got to go back and then you got to go all the way up. Right?
Yeah, we're flying out of Hollywood.
Oh yeah, to Bush Airport. It's not good. Joe's going to Chicago the next couple of days. Some texts. What did Mario Williams? Not Mario Williams. We missed Mario Williams, huh? Remember him, Texans legend? What did Mario Edwards do? I bet he did Galaxy Gas. What's that? Is that what you do with Laramie Tunsil's gas mask?
You haven't seen Galaxy Gas yet?
No, what is that?
I don't even know really what it is. All I know is it's looks like a nitrous container and people are just like sniffing it.
A nitrous container.
It looks like
and people are sniffing
Mapes, help me out here.
You really sound like you know what you're talking about.
You were moving over to the microphone.
What I think it is.
He paused after saying, for effect, possibly.
You know what whippets are?
Oh,
yeah.
It's a fun version of whippets.
Yeah.
But I would assume those are legal in the NFL.
In the NFL, probably.
I mean, we're talking, if he would have to violate, it would have to be cocaine, marijuana, cannabinoids, so fake weed, amphetamines, opiates, opioids, PCP, meth, and I guess alcohol. Is a whippet one of those? Is it an amphetamine?
Maybe an amphetamine. I don't. I mean, what? You think I know the chemical compounds of this stuff?
I'm just asking the question.
It doesn't say what it's in. It just says whippets are an inhalant drug popular among teens and young adults.
Okay.
Mario Edwards is a young adult.
The name is in reference to whipped cream canisters, which contain little charges that are filled with nitrous oxide.
Oh, so it's laughing gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's what Kanye loves.
Okay. Oh.
Well,
remember that story?
Stay away from that then.
Do you think that's why Kanye's Kanye?
Anything that Kanye does, I don't recommend.
I think
back on the market. Wonder if Diddy will give him a call
from his jail cell.
Yeah, I think he only gets one call, right?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, maybe they'll be next to each other. You never know. There's a lot of allegations of other celebrities out there.
That's true. That's true. I feel like Kanye probably in the midst of some of his crazy ramblings has shared the truth of what's going down in the musical industry a couple of times, but I could be wrong. Other suggestions. What was Mario Edwards doing? Horse dewormer. That's not a substance of abuse. That's not. I'm assuming that's ivermectin, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not up to date on horse medicine, but yeah.
I'm not either. Another texter, Mario Edwards probably smoked a Jeffrey. That's from Get Him to the Greek. I actually looked this up. And a Jeffrey, based off of Get Him to the Greek. Oh, speaking of P. Diddy movies.
I know. I was gonna say, how did Diddy come up twice?
I don't know.
Like 2 minutes.
Honestly, I'm a little concerned about that. It's mostly weed with a bit of opium, ground up E's, heroin, and Clorox. I don't know. The Clorox is probably where he wouldn't have done that. And again, we're recklessly speculating here, and I stand with Mario Williams.
Mario Edwards.
Damn, I keep doing it. We thought it was going to mess up D'Amico Ryans and Danico Autry. I keep on calling Mario Edwards Mario Williams.
Who's the San Francisco running back, by the way?
Jordan Mason.
Got it.
But he's out for the year. I don't have to remember that anymore. Another text. Edwards saw the UFO crash. Is it a UFO crash?
What UFO crash?
Yeah, we got a call about it on Del Show.
Oh, here in Houston.
No. I don't. I think it was in Washington.
Oh, those people are all on drugs. They don't know what they are seeing. There's drones outside of Langley, and those are probably Russia or China. But Edwards saw the UFO crash and decided it would be a good time for some Colombian marching powder. What's Colombian marching powder? Is that the cocaina? Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Marching powder. Does it make you march? Does it give you energy or something like that?
I do feel like what I've heard about it, a little bump before a game might really get you going.
Well, Lawrence Taylor would agree with that. That's for sure.
That's true.